While my husband was at work, I wanted to get a head start on dinner. I decided to make this pot roast and put it in the oven in the morning. That way it'll be ready by the time he comes home. I bought a 3.5 pound chuck roast from Aldi, hoping that would be enough for us to last for a couple of days. To season my meat, all I used was black pepper and salt. Gave it a nice sear on all sides. And for my broth, this is where I realized I missed a couple ingredients when I went to the grocery store. Typically, instead of using beef bouillon and water, I would just use beef broth. And I also usually buy the brown gravy packet to thicken my broth and make it more gravy-like. Once my broth was flavorful the way I like it, I just added my meat to it and put it in the oven. I have my oven set to 350 degrees. Also keep in mind, I don't want the broth to be too salty because my meat already has flavor and salt to it, so it'll kind of balance it out. While my meat is cooking in the oven, I started cutting up all my vegetables that I want to add in later on, maybe about after 2 hours that the meat has been cooking. I don't like to put potatoes in my pot roast because I like to serve my roast on a bed of mashed potatoes. So we're making homemade mashed potatoes just by cutting them up, letting them boil, mashing them, and I'm just going to add heavy cream, garlic, salt, and butter. Mix it really good and it makes it very delicious. And I also added a cornstarch slurry to my pot roast to try to make the sauce a little bit thicker. It's still a little watery, but trust me, the flavor was on point. My husband and I really enjoyed it, and so did our son. The only difference is that I served his with rice because he doesn't really like mashed potatoes.